This cat is rarer than a winning lottery ticket. Rarer than a unicorn sighting. Okay, not literally, but close. Meet the Sukoki, the world's rarest domestic cat breed. And yes, you probably won't ever see one in person. Here's the wild part. There are only a few hundred Sukokis registered worldwide, not thousands, hundreds. Imagine a stadium crowd. Now remove almost everyone until you've got one tiny row left. That's the entire global Sukoke population. So what makes this cat so special? First, the origin story. The Sukoki is a naturally occurring native breed from the Arabuko Sokoke Forest on Kenya's coast. Locals call them kadzonzo, which translates to looks like tree bark, because their coats camouflage like forest bark. They're lean, medium-sized, and rock a ticked, modified classic tabby pattern that looks painted by nature. Recognition-wise, the Sukoki isn't a myth. It's legit. It was officially recognized by FIFA back in 1993 and later got preliminary recognition from the GCCF in 2015. But paperwork doesn't make a population. The truth is, the Sukoki's gene pool is small, and their geographic roots are tight. That limited distribution makes preserving the breed a constant balancing act. Out in the wild, the story gets tougher. The forest population has become rare, almost invisible, and more secretive. On nearby islands like Lamu, local sterilization campaigns have put extra pressure on the cats that remain. In 2001, just 8 Sukokes, only 2 females, were captured from the forest for breeding programs. Some of those cats even showed dramatic dark blotches, a pattern that looked a bit like clouded leopard spotting. When you're down to numbers like that, every kitten matters. So, are they really one breed or a mix of local cats? Genetics is stepping in with answers. The 99 Cat Genome Project is mapping feline DNA, and early results show the Kadzonzo street cats of eastern Kenya, the Lamu cats, and the standardized Sokoke are closely related. They're grouped in what researchers call the Arabian Sea racial group, one of a dozen genetic clusters for domestic cats. Translation: the Sukoki story is bigger than one forest, but still incredibly fragile. How rare are we talking in practical terms? Think supply and ethics. You won't find Sukokis at your neighborhood shelter, and you definitely shouldn't try. Responsible breeders are few, carefully planning pairings to protect health and diversity. Because of their scarcity outside Europe and the US, kittens often cost around $1,200 to $1,500, depending on pedigree and location. If anyone offers a bargain Sukoke with no paperwork, run. Now, what's it like sharing a home with one? I'll keep it real. The Sukoki isn't about bragging rights. It's about stewardship. This is a living thread to a specific place. Arabuko Sokoke, woven through culture, language, and landscape. Owning one isn't collecting a rare item. It's partnering with a conservation story. So here's the question I ask myself. When something this rare still exists, what's my role? If you're curious, learn more about the breed's history and genetics. If you're passionate, support ethical breeding and local conservation in Kenya. And if you're lucky enough to meet a Sukoki, remember you're looking at a cat that made it through tiny odds, by the grace of people who cared, and a forest that still whispers its name. The Sukoki is proof that the rarest things aren't always locked in vaults or behind museum glass. Sometimes they're curled on a windowsill, wearing the colors of a Kenyan forest, and reminding us that biodiversity can live in our homes, if we respect where it came from. If this blew your mind, tap like, share with the biggest cat person you know, and drop a Kadzonzo in the comments so I know you made it to the end. And hey, next time you hear a meow, listen closely. It might be a once-in-a-generation voice.